wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride.
What's up, guys? CJ here for Kung Fu Night. We're here for more It's Always Sunny. We're up to season 15, episode 1. Had the season 4 finale last episode, Waiting for Big Mo. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is a screenshot of my rankings I gave the Sunny finales so far. 15 and 16 have yet to be ranked, so they are at the bottom. But this is essentially what I felt putting this list together in a matter of minutes. Let me know if you feel different. If you are watching this on YouTube, leave your ranking for all of the finales below. By the time this reaches YouTube, I should be done with season 16. So you can probably list the title for season 15 and 16 finale. I know that's gonna make some of y'all just like, why don't you post these faster, man? Anyways, leave your comments down below. Links in the description for Patreon tiers. I'm not gonna waste too much time. I'm gonna get right into it.
This guy's a huge potential investor. He could give Patty's tons of money.
I know, we need pageantry. We need a... Oh, dude, I just thought of something. What if it's not a guy? What if it's a woman?
It's a woman, I got flowers prepped for her.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's a guy, I got a football ready for him.
What if it's a guy who hates football but loves flowers?
Right. Or a woman who loves football but hates flowers.
Or a woman who was assigned male gender at birth.
Tinder episode.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Here's the bottom line, you guys. It's 2021. All bets are off.
Hi, sorry to interrupt. My name's Gary. I'm here to speak to the owners of Patty's Pub.
Looks familiar.
Thanks, sweet Jesus.
Together, we got a little gift here, token of our appreciation, and from the pub.
How do you know likes football?
Oh, thank you.
Let's talk about you giving us that PPP loan, huh?
Oh, I'm so sorry. There must be some confusion. I'm not here to hand out PPP loans. I'm here to collect on ones you already have. It's 3 separate loans, so I'll just need to know what you did with the money and what the businesses have been up to for the past year.
3 loans in a year? God damn. 2020, I guess they're in more debt. They were talking about like some gender stuff, so I mean maybe we can get like they weren't sure if they're expecting a man or a woman. Like I don't know, there might be some ways that that's woven into the plot.
So why don't we just talk about the first loan, which is Punch Incorporated?
Yeah, that was Mac and I. So why don't we?
As an out-of-work bouncer, I was looking to pursue my other interests, like my longtime dream of becoming an international country teen pop sensation. Do you give me feels when I see them heels?
The music is starting to come together. I like the music, but I'm struggling with the lyrics. The lyric is, let me be your guy. Never mind them flies. It feels like I'm asking her to forget the flies that are surrounding me.
Never mind them thighs. Yeah, well, maybe he's got thick, grotesque thighs and he's embarrassed about them.
Because I can't stop thinking about the
The
election.
election.
The election, yes.
Can't focus on any of
The
our...
integrity of the election.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like things aren't going well with the election, and we need to get involved.
Yeah, and we were really worried that the mainstream media just wasn't taking him seriously.
Right, you want a guy who knows how to party.
Our guy knows how to party. We use the loan to buy tactical gear. Oh, look at this one.
Let's talk to her. Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am!
Ma'am, yes.
Ma'am.
Hi. Are
Ma'am.
you registered to vote here? Are you
Ma'am.
from Philly?
Yeah, we don't want to see any of that bogus fake ID bullshit.
Yeah.
All the claims of voter fraud and shit like that. Okay. Yeah.
We're going to ask you a series of Philly-related questions in no particular order. Why do we hate Chris Chelios? Who is
fuck
Uncle
is that?
Eddie Savitz? Who is a better athlete, Donovan McNabb or Rocky Balboa?
One is real and one isn't. If you want to answer it, I'd say Rocky Balboa over Donovan McNabb. I heard Donovan McNabb had a drinking problem. He would like puke before games and like just from being out partying and drinking and shit like that. Maybe even during games.
Where is...
Well, hold on a second. I mean, that's too easy. McNabb, obviously.
Do you think Donovan McNabb could go toe-to-toe with Ivan Drago for 15 rounds?
On Russian soil. Rocky 4. Yeah.
Are you saying you want Sly Stallone to be the starting QB for the Eagles next season? How do you think that's going to go?
Well, what year is it? Is it early 1980s? Because the NFC East was not strong, and I say that Sly takes us to the playoffs.
Who the fuck is Sly Stallone? Oh, they call Sylvester Sly? Is it a Philly thing? I don't think it's a thing. I've never heard that.
Next season?
Down, set. Okay, I'm done. Rocky could take a beating. So I don't know how the Philly O-line was in the mid 2000s, but I mean he'll be all right.
I think that's gonna go.
Hey, what's up, Brian? Good to see you again.
Brian, what's going on? You want us to you want us back at the 100 feet? He wants us back at the 100 feet.
Just harassing voters out here, man. It's hilarious how they just know who they are. Like, oh, you're back. Okay, just step back. Step back. So clearly we know who the problem
Ewing
is.
did not help the situation.
Yeah, it turns out they had their own security there to keep things safe, and they just kicked us right out.
So Mac and I decided to pivot to a less controversial approach.
As well as providing people with an opportunity to vote on another pressing matter.
Freedom is the choice you have.
Is it Rocky
or McNabb?
Pop your votes right in that box there, folks.
If they're trying to prevent voter fraud, right? And they're standing in front of this polling place talking about voting, but it's for Donovan or McNabb, people are voting, but clearly we know they're not voting for Donovan. Wait, did I say Donovan or McNabb? You know what I mean? They're placing votes for the election for the Rocky or Donovan McNabb vote. So and really based on what seems to be their political stance here, it seems to be more conservative. Based on the music genre, maybe we could take a vote, or not take a vote, take a leap of faith and like assume that they're hurting the conservatives' chances to win the election here. That's what I see.
The labeling, in hindsight, was a bit obtuse and created a great deal of confusion. So, we created a mess.
I'm sorry, let me try to get this straight. So you're saying that you might be
Committed
partially
voter
responsible
fraud.
for the voting count delays in the presidential election?
No, I'm saying you might have been entirely responsible. Why don't we play you a couple of our original songs, loosely based on the chord progressions of Emerson, Lake, and Palmer?
No.
Yes.
No.
Let's just keep moving on. Frank's Imports and Exports.
Oh, that's this guy. I'm gonna get a beer.
Oh.
Go. What do you want to know?
And what were you exporting?
Hey, guy. Frank, I'm worried about you, man. You're hitting it way too hard, pal. Look, I shouldn't even be doing this, man. Like, it looks terrible. You should get this done in like a salon or something. Salons are closed. Where are you going? Ow. Well, take a mask, will you? I mean, I got it all. Yeah, but you gotta cover your nose, dude. You gotta. Why does nobody all know how to wear a mask?
Oh, hey, you gotta wear a mask.
I got a mask.
This man ain't wearing a mask
I didn't
either.
see it. You're good.
Thank you.
Yeah, he is,
I
huh?
read a few titles. I went in the back, and that's when I noticed it. The bad dye job. Who would I become? I was letting the pandemic get the best of me. I got right to work on creating the perfect hair dye. Shoe polish, India ink, permanent marker. I tried them all. Chinese motor oil. Bingo! I opened a chair. I became the most sought-after underground hairstylist for like-minded older men. Not even the usual clientele. Didn't even look at the magazines. Said he just needed a place to cool off. We talked about the election and our mutual disdain for insider beltway politics. He said his boss was a very connected man who needed a situation fixed. Little did I know, my work was about to be in a national spotlight on the head of America's mayor. Funny thing about the spotlight, though, sometimes it burns too bright. And that was a moment I knew it was coming to an end. And to top it off, my guy didn't win the election. The whole thing was a fiasco.
What is that? To that?
The hair dye that's dripping down your face is the same dye used by Rudolph Giuliani during the presidential election?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just move on to the next line.
All right, there's two.
The clothing line, something called Garments and Varmints.
Yo,
Yep.
that's us.
Yeah.
We've been on top of each other for a long time. We bubbled together during the pandemic because, well, we're both essential workers in the bar.
Yeah.
We were going to sell masks.
The world needed masks, and once our loan came in, we got all kinds of materials.
Bam, check that one out.
What the hell is that?
That's a mask.
Yeah, of Ronald Reagan, but what?
Ronald Reagan, that's Dennis. That's not Dennis?
Whether it's still
That looks
Ronald
nothing.
Reagan.
Well, we don't need any more of those kind of masks. Everybody's making those masks.
Well, they're trying, right? But see, my angle is mine are funny. Look at this. Fouch the Grouch, right? Mama needs wine, right? And this is funny because women are alcoholics who hate their kids.
Yeah. Dude, the real money is in the Halloween costume space. Think about it, man. Everyone's been stuck together at home. They're all worried and shit. They're gonna want to come together at the end of next year. So, like, Halloween store owners, they're gonna be like some of the richest people in America. Anyway, we made the stupid mask, but the next challenge was marketing.
Sweetie, if you're not gonna help me homeschool these kids, can you please at least do the dishes? I need to drink wine.
But honey, I got you a gift.
You did? What?
A custom-made mask.
I like how we're still on this, continuing the social media thing here.
Are you looking at a party this Halloween?
Hey!
Are you sick of being jerked around by the fat cats in the
Wrestling
Hollywood
episode.
industry? Garments and varmints. And now it's all starting to make sense, right?
What?
Not at
No,
all,
it
bro.
makes less
Masked
sense
with
than it did
freaking
in the
bird
beginning.
feathers.
You're telling it
What the
wrong.
fuck?
We did end up getting a rather sizable order for costumes from one group.
Yeah, and these guys were out of state, right? And they wanted them really fast.
in a rush.
Although we were running out of material.
Okay, what else do we
Her?
need?
What?
What else do we need?
Pelts. Get more pelts. The pelts, you bitch!
Pelts for what?
Oh, you bitch, you insufferable. This sort of Dennis's thing. He's a goddamn bitch. Yeah, but you know, her vulgar language
Yeah.
was rubbing off on me.
The pelts that Charlie's referring to, they're from raccoons that he was tanning in the basement of this bar.
Yeah, well, you see, the pandemic had kind of disrupted the bar's natural ecosystem. There's a real uptick in raccoons, which you consider rat bread's a delicacy.
What the fuck? Y'all have customers.
Stuff? Absolutely. Give me 1 minute.
Hey, what are you gentlemen celebrating?
We're protesting the election.
Okay, well, I can get behind that because our guy did not get a fair shake.
The whole thing is a sham.
Yeah, I got screwed, man. You know what I'd like to do?
It was the one guy
To throw in this
from
cool
storming the
hat
Capitol
before.
that was
I think
in
it really
the.
completes the look.
Let's see.
You know, let's see it there.
Oh, shit, he's right.
Now let's
That
go
guy.
save this country.
They all seem pretty amped up.
You provided the iconic costumes at the Capitol riots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Can't say they weren't good costumes.
they were great
Gary.
costumes.
Yeah, would like to talk to you about giving us a new loan for Patty's pop.
Oh my God, what was that? Oh, sorry.
Firework.
Firework. Almost got you, pal. Sorry about that. Fire.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
You people have shamelessly gamed the system out of massive amounts of taxpayer dollars for fictitious businesses that have gone bankrupt. And still you have the nerve to ask for more money? None of these idiotic businesses would have been successful whether Trump had won or lost.
Oh, he said it.
Trump?
Yeah.
Why
Sorry
you
about Trump.
Where'd you get that?
Yeah, how you get into that?
Washington Outsider, not taken seriously by the liberal media.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's Kanye.
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
There's no way that you were all involved in every major event of the past year.
Why?
Because they're not Forrest Gump! You'll be hearing from the IRS.
I don't think we're gonna get a loan either.
You know what we should do? Let's listen to some Kanye West.
Listen to old Kanye, not new Kanye. Great episode. Oh man, like you, I mean, I low-key want to do a premiere ranking now, because this one's up there. Like I imagine watching this 2021 when it was released, post 2020, must have brought a lot of hype and excitement for this season. Oh my god, 2020 was such a fucking insane year. Yeah, for many seasons, the gang has been, you know, we've seen so many hints that most of the gang leans conservative. Despite the rock flag and eagle stuff with Charlie too, he seems like he does. I would think he doesn't understand most. None of them would understand it, but Charlie maybe least so than anyone, and he would just you know, kind of, I don't know, not be on the fence, but just kind of be like undecided. What is that, the 7 or 10% that, you know, isn't liberal or conservative or whatever. But yeah, great episode. Whose plotline do I like the best? Dennis, I think Dennis and Mac was a lot of fun. They all were, but no, it's especially cool to see how they edited them into each of the situations at the very end. Really good editing. Classic gang antics, just contributing to the problems. I didn't hear about the Giuliani stuff though. I didn't see that Giuliani video. I follow, you know, when society is functioning as it usually does, I typically don't follow, you know, news day to day. You know, I may catch some of the big stuff, I guess, but I feel like 2020 for me and for a lot of people was a year that we followed way more than ever because everyone's freaking locked up, at least for the most part, up at home. I lived in DC up until fall of 2020, so I moved peak pandemic. Up there were actual full-fledged lockdowns. I say up there in comparison to here where I am now, because peak 2020 I moved down to Dallas, Texas. Everything was open, you know, for the most part. I did go to school. Actually, you know what? That's not true. Like businesses and stuff were like open for the most part. Maybe they shut down for like a number of weeks, but like I did start school, and there was a time where classes were online a lot of the time until, well, actually, fall 2020 for where I went to school, there was a single class. There was one class on the entire campus, and it was a pretty big school that I went to for my second degree. And I had the one class that was still on campus that fall. Everyone had to sit like several seats over, masks and all that stuff. Accessorizing mask was a big thing back then, for sure. I had an Office mask and Attack on Titan mask, and if I watched Sunny at the time, I probably would have had a Sunny one too. But anyways, what was the point of this? Oh yeah, yeah, seeing what was it? Just seeing the lockdown and the Frank and Charlie, at least how they were locked. I don't know, down reminded me of, you know, East Coast and being actually in a lockdown as opposed to having things a little more open. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, the sex shop was still open, and you know, Frank could still go in and chill and all that, and run his business, exchange cash by hand. What was the deal with the Giuliani freaking hair dye? Hold on a second. Let me just Google that. Yeah, Rudy Giuliani's hair dye melting off his face. November 19th, 2020. Huh. But anyways, fun episode. If you're watching this on Patreon, leave a list. If you're watching this on Patreon, leave a list of your rankings of the season premieres for Sunny, and let me know what your list is looking like. I'll put one together too before I release this. Yeah, I'll release my list with it. Okay. Leave your comments down below. Link is in the description for Patreon tiers. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.